Hello, welcome to the Sunnydale Diaries, a podcast where Sean
Hello.
and Melanie, hello, discuss the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which Sean has seen all the episodes and is a huge fan, and Melanie is not. So tonight we are talking about episode 5 of season 1, entitled "Never Kill a Boy on the First Date."
First dates.
Let's talk about first dates.
What was your first date ever?
Oh. First date ever was 8th grade prom.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was a big deal. And I went with my friend Alan, and we were in academic games together. It's okay. And yeah, it was good. It was the Holiday Inn. It was very exciting. There was drama because I had a dress on that somebody else wore.
Oh.
I know, drama. But it was good. It was fine.
Okay.
You?
Mine was actually 30 years ago this month.
Aww.
Yeah. It was a movie. It was The Nightmare Before Christmas. And it was the date almost didn't happen because I needed a ride to the date's house. And my sister didn't want to give me one. My dad didn't want to give me one. Finally, one of them did. And then her dad drove us to the mall. And they had one of those vans with the sliding doors on the side. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't push it hard enough to close it. So probably not the best first impression.
If that's what she held against you, then
Oh no, I was thinking the dad, not her.
Dad?
We knew each other. Yeah, that was fine.
I have been on a lot of first dates because it was the 90s and online dating was just starting up. So yeah, I went on a lot of first dates. Some of them were great, some of them not so great. I didn't go on a lot of second dates. Maybe I'm the common denominator there.
What was the best one?
The one I went on with my husband.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
I know about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I had any really great ones. I mean, I could have fun wherever. So, I'm sure I made the most of whoever I was out with. I did go on a couple that were really memorably bad. Like I went out with one, this guy was very, you know me, I'm very left-leaning and liberal, and this guy very right-wing conservative, and it was just the whole night was just him arguing with me, and it was like, oh, okay.
What was the worst one?
I mean, I never went out with any kind of a serial predator or anything.
Oh, yeah,
it was just, just like no, I don't know, nothing really awful, just no sparks, and then you just gotta spend the rest of the evening. I will say I went on one and I already knew that I wasn't interested in this person, and I think I was fixed up, and oh no, that does remind me of a bad one. But anyway, this one I felt no pressure because I knew I wasn't going to go out with this person again, but it ended up being a great date because of that, because I didn't feel any pressure. I did go on a date. I was fixed up. I was in high school, fixed up with a guy from my best friend's boyfriend. He did not like me at all. We just did not hit it off, and we had to spend the whole evening. I remember we went to a haunted house, and he just walked on his own. I spent the evening with my best friends, and I did go on another date with a guy who I met online, and we were going to go roller skating, and it turned out that he went to this roller skating place all the time and was into a speed rollerblading, and so I was roller skating, and he was just lapping me on doing his speed skating, and I was like, dude, what we're on a date, you're supposed to be talking to me and stuff, and
you were showing off. That was not what you did.
No, it wasn't great. No. Yeah, what about you?
A lot of movies, which probably is not the best for a first date because you're not talking to each other. But
it takes some of the pressure off.
Yeah. Can't Hardly Wait, which is one of my favorite movies.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, that was a first date. I think it was called Virus. It's either Virus or Toxic with Jamie Lee Curtis, and it's about killer robots.
Oh.
That was the first date when I was walking out with the date with this guy. Father and stepmother were walking into the movies. They didn't see me, but man, I panicked. I was not out yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
That
was interesting.
Have you ever talked about that with your dad?
No.
Since then, no?
I probably should talk about that.
Did you see me? I would be interested to know if he saw you.
I really think he would have. I think he would have said something by now, but maybe not. He's weird about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, a lot of movies. The remake of Psycho with, I think, was it Vince Vaughn? It was Vince Vaughn.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Saw that. Got catfished a few times.
Really?
Yep. either it's, it was like a photo from clearly 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, I would still go on a date, or like, they're showing it completely different.
Really?
Then I just drove away. 'Cause,
Wow.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Scary
Interesting.
stuff. Yeah.
Online dating wasn't as big a thing when I was starting out, with that kind of stuff. So, I don't think there was catfishing to that point.
Could you?
It's an interesting thing.
But like when you were on the VBS, could you send photos?
Yeah. No. BBS, bulletin board system, late 80s, early 90s, pre-internet. No, but we went to, you'd chat all week with somebody, and then Friday nights we'd have a get-together at the bowling alley, and so you'd go meet people that way.
Okay.
So you got to see everybody eventually.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Should we talk about the episode?
I think we should talk about the episode.
Okay. The first scene is the cemetery fight.
Mm-hmm.
They do start a lot of these episodes the same, with some kind of fighting scene.
Yes.
And again, with the noises.
Yes, a lot of that.
Yeah. And Giles finds the ring and knows exactly what's going on with that ring, or he knows something's up. Why didn't the ring burn?
Well, I wrote that. Why don't their clothes stay? Like, you think it's an actual burning thing? That actually makes sense.
I don't know.
I never, as
We'll
many
have to pay
times
attention. You would think then there would be clothes littered all over the place.
especially in that town. Yeah, I don't know. As many times as I've watched this show, I never thought, why don't the clothes stay? Yeah, again, I think it was, to move the plot along.
Yeah.
But, that was a big ring.
Yes. Does the ring come up again?
In the episode, yes.
Okay.
Because that's how they know if they're related to the Order of Aurelius.
Oh, yeah,
Because
okay.
the symbol on the
All
inside
right,
of
the
the
symbol
ring.
on the inside, yes, okay. All right.
I noticed that the voiceover from the random guy at the beginning of the show was not in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
They dumped that
Oh,
quick.
he got fired.
It
He
just
lost a job.
It just needed to go. It was unnecessary.
Yes, agree.
I also wrote one of the vampires from one of his first. Actually, it was that vampire had bad green makeup like Jesse did in the second episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not. It's something off about it.
That's a season 1 thing.
Yeah.
I bet.
Big dusty look.
So yeah, okay. So I've said things about this before about how everything is like the tombs like the cleanest. There's no cobwebs or anything, but where there is dust is on this book. Which I'm going to say this is not the first time he's brought out this book. It's like he's having a sermon. He uses this book. There would not be that much dust on the book. Yeah. Why is that the only thing in this whole series that's dusty and dirty?
That is.
Joss.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
In a perfectly clean tomb, or it's like, what is that?
It's a
His
church.
lair.
It's a
like a
collapsed
destroyed,
church.
collapsed church.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no dirt and rubble
Mm-mm.
except for the giant pieces of rubble. But yeah, there's dust on this book. Yeah,
And not just dust, like
like
layers
of
layers
dust.
of dust.
And then when he closes it again, there's no dust.
And then we learn about the Anointed.
Yes,
And he will lead her into hell.
yes. But who is it? Obviously, it's Owen, is what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Because this character we haven't met yet all of a sudden has a very big part in this episode.
Remember a few weeks ago we watched that movie Run Rabbit Run, and it was the mom just running around saying Mia.
Yes,
That's what I felt with this episode, because Owen was said a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of Owens. It made me laugh when Giles and Buffy were in the library
Yes.
talking, and Owen walked in, and Giles was like, "What do you want?" He's like, "A book?"
But obviously he's going to say that because I don't think we've seen any other kids in this library yet.
Nobody wants.
Nobody goes in the library.
Very sad.
So I can see why he said that.
It's like how libraries are now.
But again, this library, like, do they use the Dewey Decimal System in this library? I've never seen a library that doesn't have rows that are labeled,
Yes.
well, how do you know in this library where it's like a curved room and there's a shelf over here on this side and then there's another shelf over here? Like, how do you know where poetry is and the geography and I don't know. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And where is the bid library? From the
The
last
big
episode?
library.
We still don't know.
I don't know. It's in the basement. It's musty and dirt and dark.
I do miss card catalogs.
Do you?
Yeah.
I bet they still have card catalogs in some libraries.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Do they? Write to us.
Sure. Yes. Is there a card catalog in your town's library? Email us at thesunnydalediaries at gmail.com.
Yeah, you know where they are. They're all in apothecary stores and Crate and Barrel and those stores being sold as accent pieces for your living room.
And now we're getting to friends with the apothecary table.
Yeah.
I love that word, apothecary.
Okay.
We should use that more. Like, I'm going to Walgreens, the apothecary to pick up my medicine.
All right, let's make it a point.
Owen carrying around Emily Dickinson. I mean,
Yes.
Come on.
He's a dreamboat.
I mean, he's cute.
He's a dreamboat.
I'll give you that.
But he's obviously, there's something going on with him.
Did you ever read any Emily Dickinson?
Yeah, I was an English major in college, so I read a lot of poetry.
Was she the one who did the I Could Not Stop for Death poem? Was that her?
I don't know.
Okay.
That was a long time ago, Sean.
No,
that was like 30 years ago.
I'm pretty sure she was. She did write that one. My friend, I think she's 6.
Mm-hmm.
We were both in like newspaper and literary magazine and stuff, and we had a publications office, and every year we were allowed to like personalize it, and like she wrote a line from that poem.
Oh,
in there, which makes you think it's her, but
okay.
maybe I'm wrong.
All right, okay. So, the other thing, I just want to make another fashion note about Buffy's outfit. Once again, she's wearing some brightly colored thing with black boots. I don't get it. But it makes me think it would be a good Halloween costume, an easy Halloween costume.
Oh yeah,
cute 90s outfit, cute little mini skirt and t-shirt and some black boots.
I like that.
And crimped hair or that headband. I actually have one of those headbands that does like it's got teeth on it.
Oh, my sister had one of those.
Yeah.
But she has very curly hair, so I don't even know how she made that work.
I don't know.
I did look up the actor who played Owen.
And
he's one of those, he's best starred in a lot of things, but he was born in 1970, and this was made about 96, 97. So once again, we have a late 20-something playing a high school.
That's why he's
student.
so dreamy.
But I just don't understand, I really would like to know why they don't cast people that are high school age to play high school characters. Unless it's like more like they want somebody with more experience. It just seems silly.
Because they're all awkward and have acne and they're gangly and they're not dreamy.
Yeah, you're right. When Owen goes to check out the book and Giles pulled out his light pen, did you happen to notice that? Yeah.
No, but I noticed he was very quick in checking that book out to him.
I don't know if there's a library card involved.
No, I didn't seem like it. It seemed like he just took it, wrote something, and gave it back to him, and I was like, okay.
I definitely forgot about light pens.
I don't think he really knows how to be a librarian.
No, I don't.
I don't think
they covered that. They covered that. Did not cover that in Watcher 101.
No.
They just gave him the big vampire book. It's like, figure it out. You got put the books away.
Yeah.
And go in the vid library and find sonar. How'd the laying go? That was when they're in the cafeteria and Cordelia is a bitch.
She really is.
She is. I don't like it. She's just too mean. She's
very mean.
And then Buffy's come back. I didn't realize Cordelia's hips were so wide. And she drops the lunch. That made me laugh.
Little shade. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Then we go to the bus. You ever travel by bus?
So when I first saw it, I was like, what kind of city bus is this? It was an airport shuttle. It said on the front. I had to rewind it. It was an airport shuttle. Because I was like, what kind of shuttle bus? But yeah, airport shuttle. But then there's like this weird drunky or drugged out dude on the bus. And you're like, oh, what's that about? And then I'm noticing, wow, these people are very tolerant of this druggie on their bus. Like, he's saying some weird stuff. And they're just like, no, just ignore him. Just like,
he'll go away.
Yeah, right? I know. This small bus.
He did say one line. He was talking about a pale horse with Beth as its rider. Which made me think of one of my favorite books of all time, On a Pale Horse by Piers Anthony.
Oh, okay.
And some random trivia.
Okay.
There's an image of the cover of that book. It's a Grim Reaper, like skeleton with the hood and stuff, driving a yellow car. Same image was in the liner notes of one of Meatloaf's 90s albums.
Oh.
Because my mom had that album. I flipped through them. I know that image.
Oh,
I just thought it was interesting.
That. Okay.
Yeah. Out of Hell 2, the one that was from the 90s.
My the little kid who turned goes, I went on an airplane. And then the druggie or the dark guy is like, you will be judged. I was like, wow. All right. I like Santa.
You'll be judged.
You'll be judged.
And then the bus crashes.
Yeah.
Vampire buffet.
Yeah, and I guess that's the scene from the opening credits, right, where they show the guy punching through and he pulls the guy through, and yeah. Yeah, carnage.
Carnage, lots of carnage. That one has a pocket watch that gets Buffy.
So again, what's up with that old watch?
And then Xander had his little Tweety and Sylvester watch. I thought that
Poor
was cute.
Xander again.
Back underground, and I wrote down Jello Church because the master did it.
Oh yeah. So here's my question about the master.
Okay.
He's obviously trapped there,
Mhm.
right? He can't get out.
Mhm.
So why is he so dangerous? He can't do anything. Just leave him there. Bury him.
Good point. But then
Okay.
we wouldn't have. We wouldn't have
Just
seven.
bury him. Show over.
We wouldn't have 7 seasons of a show to discuss.
I suppose.
No, you're right. You're right. Why not just like
He's not that dangerous. I guess because he keeps having minions that he can send out and do his dirty work.
freaking minions? I mean minions. I think we're at the bronze. Yeah, we're at the bronze. And Buffy's dress is short.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
It was the 90s.
But like short. Like
yeah.
I don't know if you feel comfortable going around like that in public.
'Cause especially when you're a slayer who's going to be doing like tumbling and gymnastics and stuff eventually. You don't know what's going to happen. You got to jam. And you got that short skirt on.
Gets caught like on your thigh. You probably can't like swing around or kick
Telling
as
you.
much. It's gotta be hard being a girl.
Yeah. That's a whole separate podcast.
She did say if the apocalypse, excuse me, if the jeez.
The Acropolis?
That's funny because actually that's what we're going to order from dinner. It's a crapple.
Okay.
If the apocalypse comes, beat me is a classic Buffy line. Like there's some memes related to that.
Okay.
So I was happy.
I'm going to have to go
see
Google
that.
it now.
Mm-hmm. I was happy to see that. Like, oh, I know that line.
Mm.
Cordelia's crimped hair.
It was the 90s. I just saw a TikTok yesterday, and it was this girl who she's trying to tease her hair. She says, "You Gen Xers who did this in the 80s, how the heck did you do this?" Because she says, "I'm backcombing it, I'm putting spray in. I just can't, within 10 minutes it's gonna be down." It's it was a different time, and most of the responses are, "Yeah, the stuff we used that to put in our hair is not legal anymore because it destroyed the ozone layer." But that's not her hair. Cordelia's hair makes me think of that. Like, oh, bad fashion choices.
Did you own a crimping iron?
No, I did not. I did have big hair for a while, but no, I never crimped my hair.
No. Good stuff.
I had big, like, swoop over one eye kind of thing going on.
Oh, I didn't see some
yeah.
pictures.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I've seen those.
Oh, yeah.
Angel walked in and Cordelia says, "Hello, salty goodness."
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And then she got denied.
Mm-hmm.
Denied twice. Took her down a peg that night.
As it should be.
Yeah. But again, Angel popping in and popping out.
Yeah. That's what he does. He's a popper.
He's a popper.
It gets better. Trust me. Episode 7.
All right.
He'll actually have some use besides, dropping the dire warnings and running away.
All right. Then we're back to the cemetery. No?
We almost, but Owen gets food. I don't know if it was a muffin or a cupcake.
It was a muffin to go with the tea she had in the last episode.
This is the one.
I can't get this club. I just don't know what's going on in this club.
This is the only time I can remember seeing food at the Bronx.
A club / cafeteria. Club / coffee shop. I don't know. Yeah, he brought her one single muffin on a plate.
That was random.
Yeah.
It was very random. Why did I write down pork and beans?
Because that's what the bad guy says. But that's later. That's a few scenes later. The next scene is they're in the cemetery. And the sign at the cemetery says, in quotes, "We'll take care of the rest." Sunnydale Cemetery, we'll take care of the rest.
Oh, it's play on words. The rest.
I know.
Oh, I missed that completely.
But that's a weird thing to.
Well, I mean, come on. Look where we are right
That's
now.
weird. All right, and then I wrote, and then Giles is by himself in the cemetery / funeral home / crematorium.
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
It's like all they do. They take care of the rest. They do everything. One stop shopping.
I mean, I guess like practically it makes sense.
Yeah, when they were going, I don't know if it was Giles was going in. Yeah, when Giles was running through there trying to find a room to go into, the first door he tries is labeled flower room.
You catch a lot of details that I don't.
It's my job.
I need to do a better job. Do you have anything before pork and beans?
Nope, I've got pork and beans, and I was like, why is he saying that? This is the guy who is, he was the druggie or the guy on the bus. And he now just came back to life.
And we are led to believe he's the anointed one.
Yes, and he says, pork and beans, pork and beans. And then he sings another song. He sings a little song. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It's just a little, is it a children's song?
I bet it is.
Maybe?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll look up the pork and beans.
Write to us.
thesunnydalediaries @gmail.com. Heard that Buffy and Giles thrown hard into the wall. Like, really hard.
So, and this was my take on this, is the stunt work in this show, like, whenever somebody gets, I mean, it's obvious stunt doubles.
Yeah.
And whenever they land, like, with their head in their arms, so you can't see their face. It's pretty bad.
It is bad.
Pretty bad. But yeah. Yeah, they get, and then, is Owen there yet?
Yes, Owen's there.
Owen gets tossed against the, what do they call that? The door of where they keep the body.
I know exactly.
The freezer door, whatever.
Freezer door. Yeah, we'll go freezer.
And then they think he's dead.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not a bad guy. He's just some lame human. But he's not dead.
He's not dead. So,
yeah.
She has a new boyfriend, possibly.
Yeah. I did make one note about, are we out of the funeral home? We still at the funeral home?
No,
okay,
still
go
have
ahead.
one more thing.
All right.
When Pork and Beans slides right
Pork and beans.
when he slides right into the oven.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, as soon as that oven door went open and the fire went, I was like, oh, somebody's going in there.
One time I was making my vanilla full of those U-shaped cookies I make every year, and I had like 70 of them on a cookie sheet with parchment underneath.
Oh, no.
And I go to put them in the oven, and I guess my angle of the cookie sheet was just a little too much, and they just started rolling off, and that's what I thought of. When
Oh,
in the
no.
oven. Yeah.
It made me think of American Horror Story Asylum.
Yeah, that's another one where they got crispy.
Crematoried.
What were you going to say?
The discussion between Giles and Buffy, where he's trying to console her because she's bummed because she's not going to be with Owen. And he said, I was going to be a fighter pilot or a grocer. He's multifaceted.
He is. Yeah. I think this is the first time that we really see like a relationship developing between the two of them, but also, and this comes up a lot, like Buffy's struggle of being the Slayer, something that she has to do even though she didn't have choice in it, while trying to, just live her life.
Duality. So the whole reason that she decides not to go out with Owen again is because Owen now wants a taste. He likes to have a taste of the danger, and now he wants to go out and do some more. I wonder if that's going to come back. Do we see Owen again? Or is he just gone?
He's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, okay.
That's not even worth, we'll keep you in suspense. No more Owen.
All right.
Yeah, he's gone.
All right. Off burning down buildings and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
She introduced him to this life of danger. Now he's going to leave and become a criminal.
Setting fires, throwing people into ovens.
Yeah.
Back down in the Jello church. And we find out who the anointed one is.
Is that the kid from the short bus?
That's the kid who was on
the plane. The kid who went on an airplane?
Yep.
Oh, that was a good plot twist. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. But I was like, well, that's kind of cheesy. Like, they should have given us another hint. Like, I don't know.
But why did
we should have seen that kid more than one time.
Yes. Okay. Why did we all assume it was the preachy guy? Be judged.
Just like we will all be judged.
Exactly. Not a good first date.
No. Yeah, this episode wasn't great.
No. They I feel like this one and the previous one, The Teacher's Pet.
Yeah.
This season has a lot of what I've read, like they call like the Monster of the Week episode.
Yeah. And the last one, I was like, they had like one token vampire dude, the fork guy, but I was like, where's the vampire? It's a vampire show. Yeah.
I feel like it's not really moving the plot along much. I mean, we got a little bit in this one with we see the master again, and he has a plan with the anointed one, but overall, it was not the best.
So is that all because, is the Hellmouth just vampire, they're bringing in vampires, or does it bring in all these creatures?
Well, it is a center of mystical convergence,
okay,
so it will
all
bring in
different.
all.
Okay, all right.
I had to say that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, she did say that. I know, they did say that during an episode.
Your eyes were almost rolling.
They were.
Yeah, how many steaks would you give this one?
Oh, we haven't done steaks in a while. I would give this one 2.5 steaks. I would give the Praying Mantis episode that we did earlier 2 steaks.
Okay. I would probably give the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So next episode, we have The Pack.
Yeah, and when you saw that, you went, the Pack. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
It's an interesting storyline.
Okay. All right.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
You will, I'm sure, have many things to say.
I always do.
You always do. So, yeah, one more time, if you didn't get that email address, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions about card catalogs, feel free to email us at thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.